Hello YouTube, August the 9th, 2019. Here with a life update video. I know y'all enjoy these videos the most from me, but shit, I don't. Cause it's always it. Cause it seems like every time I come with a life update, it's always for the worse and not the better. And this is one of these long videos. So go ahead and pause now. Get you some darn on tea, some chips. I already got my darn on tea with my collagen peptides in it with some argov honey. It's cooling down. But hell, it'd be nice and cool by the time this video's done, because this is gonna be a long video. So go ahead and just get your chips and stuff, because we about to go into this long, depressing life of DivaWuan, honey. Okay, if you got your chips, let's get on into it. So if y'all ain't been on my business channel, y'all know I've been working at a factory for a couple weeks, only to have a seizure. And for them to give me the runaround. Now I seen the bullshit and I thought it was just me. I thought it was just because of who I was that they didn't want me there. Because y'all know with my, resume, it's always been feared by a lot of people that I just gonna get into corporate. I'm gonna darn gonna replace them. I've even had some people, outright well, not tell me that part though, but tell me that I'm overqualified for positions. So I thought that might have been the reason to go ahead and phase me on out of the plan, which it didn't make sense because I was like, no, I don't think that, because it's like they got enough resource jobs to go around, but something didn't feel right. Honey, come to find out today, it seems like I'm not the only person they done did this shit to. I done found out they done did this to quite a few darn on brown skinned folks of the African diaspora from America. Not the ones from the continent, not darn on mix. See, we can't do the brown skin. It's black, honey. They did this specifically to black people. And in the wake of this, and I'm not trying to be vindictive, because ultimately this is not my job anyway. This is not my career field. Damn, that tea needs to cool down because my throat already getting darn on messed up. But for people who do these types of jobs for a career path or long term, it's unfortunate if you're black. Um, as soon as you get sick and it's uncontrollable, it's beyond your control. Even if you get cleared, they're quick to darn gonna toss you out because they truly do not want to value you as a black American. That's what I'm starting to see from this. And I didn't want to put that label on pilgrims, but that's what I'm seeing from what I've done I heard today. Because I thought it was just me, but now I'm noticing that there's a pattern. And then I thought it was suspicious when somebody else on Indeed.com said they got sick and they was phased out. So it's like, what's going on, pilgrims? Because it seems like this is a trend with black folks in America Pacific. Are you trying to make it because you know minimum wage is about to go up and the Hispanics will be more inclined to stay at this job at the $14 an hour mark? I don't know. But it goes to show how these companies take advantage of these folks and then take advantage of black people who could work and use the jobs and then pin us against each other. And then it's like, it just screws everybody all around. Quit to get rid of black folks out the doggone job. You wouldn't have did Mexico, and then it's some of our fault as well. But I do a whole video on that. Y'all go to the business channel on that. That's the least of my worries though. But I just finding that information out just sent me for a loop for a little bit too. I was like, God damn. I couldn't even darn gonna be out there 6 months and darn gonna got sick and you penalizing me. But like I said, I give y'all more about the little tea on darn on pilgrims that I just found out on that. I put that on the business channel, so y'all subscribe to the business channel for that. But on a personal note, even outside of that, my life ain't been going great. Aesthetics, it's like I'm in a dead city. I thought it was just me. I said, well, maybe I'm not advertising enough. Maybe I'm not showing my face enough. Maybe I'm doing this, that, and the third. Even though I got a background in marketing, I know how the market is like. I still darn gonna doubt myself. That wasn't it. I'm finding out even the top salons aren't really doing like that in numbers. The services are being reduced. We're putting quantity over quality, and that's not me. So my career path has taken a hit because of the city that I'm in. So much so, let me tell you how sad it is in Fayetteville, honey. You can't even give a service away. That's how sad it is. Like I was just gonna, I got to the point where I was even gonna do some services for free, just to show y'all as far as promotions and stuff, honey. It's so darn gone terrible out here in Fayetteville. You can't even really give. I'm like, who the world doesn't want a free transformation? It is bad when you can't even give services away because of the way the climate is and people so worried about bills and this, that, and the third. Then it doesn't help, the area that I'm in is what. That's another thing. It's like, damn. Just when this darn on neighborhood gets better, honey, it would be a darn on shoot. So that darn on took a hit to the whole area. I'm like, damn. Gonna brought the value down of the neighborhood yet again. Just gonna force your girl into a darn on salon suite. But it's like, hell, what is the point of a salon suite at this point in the game? And the darn on economy in my area is so bad where people is just not even going out for services. And I'm talking about even at your top hotels. I mean not your top hotels. I'm thinking a hotel because the Venetian is actually a hotel in addition to a spa. But people ain't going to the Venetian like that. The Renaissance. Um, I don't know about hand installed like that. I think the people going out there are the regulars that are already out there, but not too many people in large numbers. So it's like, ugh. It's just I don't know what to do, y'all. The tea's still hot. Y'all, I'm at a standstill. I don't know what to do. Y'all know it was desperate when I went to a darn old chicken plant. Only to find out the correct, and like I said, the corruption is systemic. They just busted darn on Mexicans and darn on Minnesota. It's really going to be a shot when they come to darn on North Carolina and do that shit, honey. I bet you they'll try to hire all the black folks back up there again. But it's like the times we're living in where in certain states you have to go to a factory just to darn on survive on your own because everywhere else is $7.25 an hour, and it's like, but the average motherfucking house is $700 a month. How does that work with single person? So I done applied to everything else since this doggone Pilgrims thing didn't go through. The call center didn't go through. I done tried Kelly Connect. Everybody done rushed to that too fast. I done tried Concentrics. Spot filled up. I got denied for Kelly, but the spot filled up for Concentrics. PNC, I never heard back from them. So all the work from home jobs is up in limbo. So the stores, honey, your girl is desperate. Desperate times call for desperate measures. I done put in for everything. I done put in for Walmart. I done put in for Target. I done put in for Aldi's because I found out that Aldi's actually pays above minimum wage starting at $12 an hour. Honey, I can't find shit. And then it's like, worst case scenario, do I go to a damn restaurant at this point? But it's like, hell, I'm done darn going suffering. I don't want to darn gonna be at no motherfucking $7.25 or $8 an hour. That is not gonna help me. I got darn gone surgery to think about. My health is in decline by the day. I even told y'all about that. Ugh. My goddamn fucking nose run every motherfucking video because I got to have these two cheap ass fans on because we can't get a goddamn hole in the damn ceiling. Excuse me, but this shit pissed me fuck off. I'm darn gone over. 10 minutes in the video, I'm sniffing like I'm crying because I can't even get an extra hole in this cheap ass apartment. I'm burning the fuck up. I guess the only good thing about that is my hair gets to dry a little bit motherfucking quicker on wash day. Hence why I got the bonnet on. I'm sorry to yell y'all, but when I tell y'all I'm over it, I don't know what to do. This darn gone shit don't draw my depression. I'm over it. I done did everything that I can possibly think of. And like I said, I'm not too darn gone ashamed for the flip a motherfucking fry, a burger, but it's like, how is that going to get me out this motherfucking slump? I can't think of a way to get out this slump because $7 is not going to cut it for me. $7 is not going to get me the fuck out this darn house. I'm in a toxic darn environment all over. So the pilgrims darn me being a victim of darn pilgrims right now is the least of my motherfucking words. I'm worried if I'm even going to be around in the next month or so. Cause it's like this shit's darn depressing where this about make a girl want to end it all. Cause it is really nothing to live for at this point. Like this is not where I see myself at 26. At 26, I thought I'd darn been traveled, experienced life, and darn settle down and darn settle into a house or something by now. I thought I'd say I've darn grossed $1 million by the time I'm 26. And that's the way my life was set up when I was darn 16, 17. Was the top of my class in science, history, going to school on a veterinarian scholarship. Then, of course, life happens with the cancer. Get over that. Get over that. Then we go through the Crohn's disease during the same time frame, trying to figure out what this shit is. Because at the time, there was no commercials and all this for Crohn's. Then we go through the almost being homeless. Because my mother up and left and darn gone jumped into a place with somebody else only to find out that shit didn't work out. Then she jumped from place to place before we darn gone reconcile back to a place. So I was at my aunt's for 6 months while juggling school full time. Got into a place by the end of the year. Reluctantly let her in. The darn gone toxicity started again. Health turned for the worse. I'm still trying to get it in with school, only to be homeless. And dealing with a blade being put at me, a gun being put at me, and everything else. This is not what I seen for myself. For somebody who was set up on over $100,000 in scholarships. This was not the way that this shit supposed to happen. This was not the way that this shit supposed to been in the future for somebody who's never touched drugs a day in their life. Who's done did everything stereotypically right by society standards. And where did that shit get? A gun drawn on me more times than I can count? A darn gone samurai blade being pulled out by a 400-pound woman out of her breast, and I'm still confused to this day how the bitch didn't cut herself? Go back to school again. Try this again, make more friends, and I never darn gone will take everything that happened to me back because it will be erasing people that I've met and you know. But it's like at some point, when does this tragedy end? What am I doing wrong? It seems like we are now in a society where wrong is right and right is wrong. Because, like I said, never done any drugs, never sold drugs, even though I'm starting to regret that motherfucker shit. Seems like if I would darn gone broke down and sold drugs, I would have been out this situation. Because it seems like everybody's darn gone forgiven for it and can darn gonna succeed in doing better. But it seems like the ones who darn gone didn't do nothing are the ones suffering the most. I'm black, I'm dark skinned, trans, tight forehead, and a Bible Belt South. That darn gonna gives me 5 strikes for having all those darn gone characteristics coming through the door. Oh, and then don't add that. Don't let's not even forget the ethnic sounding name. I mean, I don't know. We got a president of the United States who has pushed up on women like a bitch and he can get away with it because he has money. We have a first lady who's a former darn gone Playboy star. Been nude and everything. Jay-Z's a multi-millionaire conglomerate off of crack money. Snoop Dogg, same thing. So it don't matter if you're black or white. You can have the drug background and everything else. Porn stars and everybody else is doing it. And I am feeling some type of way. I'm feeling some type of damn way. Because we darn gonna teach this bullshit about, oh, don't expose yourself. This ain't gonna look good on a job resume and this, that, and the third. This is why I've always been an entrepreneur at heart. Cause look where I'm at now. Look where I'm at now. I ain't never done no darn on pornography. I ain't never darn on sold no drugs. I haven't even had so much as a motherfucking parking ticket. And you telling me I can't even get hired at Walmart, but the person who I know for a fact that they Facebook you ain't really darn going give a damn for, because if you would have searched Facebook and seen all the weed and half naked pictures, everything else, they got the job because of the connection. So it's like a popularity contest, no matter where you at, where you're in Congress or whether you just in everyday America. It's like it's who you know, and you punish the person who darn gone stuck in the motherfucking boots and darn gone minded her damn business. So we punish the people who done right by life, and it's like, what was the point of doing right in the first place? What was the point of doing right? I would have been better off selling crack cocaine. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I would have been better off selling weed, crack, cocaine, motherfucking Percocet, Oxycontin, or something to get up out this slump. I would have, for the Christian folks that say, oh, that's not holy, fuck that motherfucking shit. Hell, some of your darn gone pastors and shit over there darn gone doing heinous acts and shit profiting. Everybody profiting but the darn gone hard working queen, honey. The hard working. And I'm about over this shit. This shit'll make you want to slit your damn wrists. Now, you two don't strike me down. I'm not really, I'm serious, but not really too serious now. I ain't about to slit myself on darn on the pre-record, so don't take my shit down, honey. Y'all know how YouTube is with they darn on stuff, but I'm telling y'all, this will make you darn on want to just end it all. Cause it ain't nothing worth living for. And then when it's like, at least if you had some family motivation to keep you through, your might will push through. But it's like it ain't in that. I don't even have that. My cousin's all strung out. The only close one to me, she only pops up whenever I'm trying to darn gonna do something positive, and she brings all her negativity not knowing it. You come back after being gone for weeks on a darn gone heroin binge or whatever drug of choice you decided to do this week. Forego all your kids, don't have no worry in the world. And then you dump all your shit on somebody like me who's already depressed enough. It's like, bitch, I done darn gone had a seizure on the job, done lost my darn gone livelihood. Can't turn to no damn body. You decided to forego your darn gone family. I don't have no darn on me. I don't have no children to darn on strive for. No motivational factors. I don't have no supportive mother. Well, we both have absentee fathers. So now, whether in my case, my father didn't know me, didn't know. It's a complicated situation with that. And hers, due to another circumstance. But it's like still to see people like my cousin who had everything afforded to her and she just selfishly let it go. Uh, she could have got treatment and help everything paid for. You just decided to be out there at the expense of your three kids being given up. And then you look at somebody like me who's never done nothing, and it's like I can't catch a break worth a day. I just can't catch a break. Okay, let me get a darn on this darn on tea still hot, but I need my tea right about now. But yeah, y'all, I don't know what I want to do. I'm honestly, I've been driving myself in circles. Like I said, no support system at all. You'll think my own mother darn gonna try to help, and she's been the biggest hindrance of all. It's like the moment I can get away from her is the moment that stuff will start to work better for me. Like the main reason my hair fell out was not from the cancer, not from my Crohn. Well, partially from my Crohn's, but from the added stress. My stress has been taking my hair out, and due to this being happening, and I can't control my stress because of the turmoil situation that I'm in on a daily basis. Waking up having to worry every single day. And then feeling like I'm in a stereotype of a 26-year-old stay at home. Now, granted that it's not as bad with, the fact that I do pay, part of the bills and all that with the little bit of money that I can make, but still. I'm just one step above the stay at home, just sitting around eating bonbons and darn going, looking at the goddamn TV all day. And let me tell you, from somebody who's currently in this situation, it ain't all fun and motherfucking darn games. This shit ain't ideal. This is not where I wanted to goddamn be. This is not where I wanted to be at 20 damn 6. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm about over it. I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't know what to do, y'all. And then it's like this darn city don't have no resources to turn to, not just financially, but just mentally at this point. Like, I feel if I was in a more stable city, I would have been checked myself into an asylum right about now because I feel like I'm about on the verge of a breakdown. I feel about borderline suicidal at this darn point. Like I said, I don't know if I even want to continue with life. What is there to live for? To wake up every day and it is another letdown. It's another denial letter. You got a whole car outside that you can't even go to. I can't even use to go from job to job. But your darn gone mother will darn gonna let a crackhead cousin darn gonna go up the street to get a crack route with the darn gone car. And like I said, no family support system at all. My own mother won't even let me use her car that just stands outside all day because she don't drive her car to work. Not that there's anything wrong with the car or anything of that sort, just because she don't think I darn gone is trustworthy to drive, even though I've had a spotless record for 10 years. You've let me drive your other car with no problems, but because you think this is a newer car, you would think this bitch was driving a 2019 darn gone Mercedes Benz or some shit, as opposed to a 2007 Nissan with 200,000 miles. You don't even trust me to darn gonna put money in the tank to go on a job interview. Like I said, y'all, I don't know where to go from here. It's like I done searched all the ads. It's no hiring jobs but ride share. And then understandably, I know, with a car with 200,000 miles, that's very unrealistic. The darn gonna think I'm about to do Uber out of her. And it's like the bitch don't even trust me to go to Walmart, let alone, do a ride share in her vehicle. So that's understandable as far as the mileage and stuff is concerned. But when it comes to like getting to a physical location and to help me be more stable to get up out of here, you would think your own mother would want that for you. But it's like, I think she sabotaged me on purpose to keep me here in the misery with her. Because it's like, she did everything to block me from going out there to Pilgrims in the first place. I was darn on adding her critiques and stuff about it every day, but acting like she's giving false support. One day that, I mean, I thought I was going to miss work. She has the car here, wouldn't let me drive the car. And fortunately, we managed to get somebody who was going out there last day. But the fact that she almost made me darn gonna lose my darn gone job because of this darn gone car. That's the shit I'm talking about. But I still can't get over the fact that she had the audacity to sue because I haven't driven long enough. It's like I've been driving for 10 years. But then you turn around and give this to a darn gone 50-some-year-old crack addict who don't got no driver's license. Now you let that make sense. So what happens when the bitch gets pulled over in your car? Really? So it's like I got that type of bullshit with my own maternal family. No support. And it's not even financial. It's like if I just had the mental support, I would at least be in a more better headspace. But it's like at this point when you don't even have the mental support, you just got a bunch of darn gone addicts around you that just, every payday they smoke most of their darn gone money up in crack, and then they darn gone begging for money the next day. They sleeping around for $10 to $15. It's like, bitch, you darn gonna complain about me, but you sell your whole body for darn gone for less than a third of a carton of cigarettes. It's like, you can't say shit about me, honey. It's like I don't understand it with these friends of the family, the relatives, all of them. I'm sick and tired of everybody around me. Like I said, it ain't no support at all. It's like either you're far away, you don't stay in contact for the ones who are not in this type of situation of being on drugs. The ones that are on drugs are unfortunately the ones that are all closest to me. And then it's like just no. I mean, even for drug addict family members, you would think there would be some love connection there. But like I said, the fact that I get blocked at every turn from working, and I can't end up depend on my own mother, it's sad. I still can't get over the fact that there is a perfectly good car, and I got to rely on catching 2 to 3 buses to try to make it to a job interview on time. I had to darn on prep 2 hours in advance to go to an area that's only 15 minutes by car because you don't want me to use the car. But then you a bitch and complain about me not having a job in the past 2 weeks. But you would think you would be quick to come up off the keys to help me go to the job interviews quicker, as opposed to me having to schedule them so far out in the day. Like you complaining that I'm here in the morning time. But it's like, bitch, if you were darn gonna give me your car keys, I could darn gonna schedule my darn gonna shit in the morning. I can't darn gonna schedule a job interview in the morning because I know catching 2 buses, I wouldn't darn gonna get there in time. So I got to schedule the darn gonna interviews as late as 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoons. So by the time I get out doing like 11 to 12, or because I can't compete with you in the bathroom, then it's like she doesn't understand about the fact that she keeps somebody up all night. darn on, just darn on slamming doors, cleaning, darn on all this shit, 2, 3 in the morning. Then you expect somebody who don't smoke crack to be able to jump up 7 o'clock in the morning, off for 2 hours of sleep, and then be able to go to an interview. Like, let that make sense. You keep somebody up all night. You don't go to sleep until 6. But somehow you expect me to be up in the morning by 7:30, 8 o'clock, and get on a bus to go to a job interview I'm supposed to make by 9, but I got to catch about 2 buses on average, and the bus schedules are over sometimes as much as an hour apart. Really? See, this the bullshit I'm doing. This the bullshit I got to darn gonna deal with. And then darn gonna turn around and make it seem like I'm not darn gonna doing it. But then like I said, I sound like a darn gonna broken fucking record. I don't even know why I'm even trying to darn gonna make sense of a senseless bitch. I hate to say that about my own mother cousins, but that's all what they are. They some darn gone soul sucking demonic darn gone bitches. They will drive you to the point of about making me want to end it all just to get away from that, because death would be better than being around people who just keep me here. Because I'd rather be dead than to darn going be in a living situation where I know I could do better if I just had the darn on good mental space and clarity. And the fact that Fayetteville doesn't even have no asylums or something for somebody to check themselves into. But even that would be problematic, because as a black person, once again, I'll be looked down upon, because then that would be permanently on my record. And then, with the gun restrictions, they assume that I'll be a risk to myself or others. Even though every mass shootout this bitch has been darn on white folks, they darn gonna look at me because I'm darn on depressed. I tell you this, as an esthetician, if I decide to kill myself, it won't be bloody, honey. I got the darn gonna look cute for the darn on grave, honey. So I wouldn't be the one to shoot myself, but they wouldn't see it like that. So it's like I feel darn go I feel remiss to even darn gonna go to an asylum thinking about that, because it's like, well, hell, will my gun rights be revoked? Y'all already trying your best, even darn your own skin folk trying to take your darn on guns away from you. Cory Booker and all them talking about we need to darn gonna gather up guns and shit. What for? All the darn on ones hitting them is, why y'all talking about gun patrol in the motherfucker hoods and shit, and the darn on mass shootings all happening in upper echelon darn on white neighborhoods by people who will pass a mental darn on check. Hell, when you have real estate agents being among the list of mass shooters, how in the hell you going to classify somebody as unfit to darn on have a gun? So I darn gonna feel remiss to even check myself in if we had a facility, because that would be used against me because I'm black. So it's like my whole existence at this point is just like, ugh, I don't know. I don't know where I went wrong. It's like my darn on health has put me in a state of being just over. I blew through all my 10,000 plus savings on darn on treatments. I had to darn go. I mean, I just don't understand it. Why did this happen to me? Like, why did I have to get dealt with all the medical issues? And then when you think it's over, it's like you throw me a motherfucking seizure on the job of all places. It's like it wasn't the cancer and taking away my career as a veterinarian not enough. Was it darn on my Crohn's disease and making me have to deal with that for the rest of my life not a motherfucking enough? Wasn't me being homeless and having to go through that ordeal not a damn enough? It's like now I darn gonna struggle through all that. Did you give me a darn gone a crackhead for a mother who don't darn gonna hardly give two fucks about me, who sabotages me, but then I turn around and make it seem like she's caring? But it's like you take off work random days when you darn gonna overdid it the night before. You don't think the offer that helped me out to go to the interviews or anything. So I'm struggling just to get on the bus to and from to darn try to make interviews. To get out the darn statistic of being 26 here with you. And then in the grand scheme of things, people look like, oh, all 25 or 26-year-olds are just enjoying being at home, just looking at the TV, just eating bonbons. Honey, I ain't eating too much bonbons. On a darn struggling budget, honey. I'm on a Roman noodle budget right about now. It ain't no darn food to eat. And then the way Trump done got it set up with the food stamps, honey, it ain't in no trying to apply for that help. Some people who disabled about to get their shit cut off. Hell, he already trying to make it where darn poor people can't even get the darn lunches free no more. It's like, goddamn. Just tackling everybody but the darn corrupted. But then again, you have to inadvertently be tackling people that look like you. That's why. So it's like all the darn bad people are doing good, and the good people just darn suck. Cause I mean I don't see no positivity. No positivity nowhere in my life. Anybody who's doing anything remotely good is like they either had money already, uh, had money, they're part of the popular darn crowd where they know the connects, or they darn work their way up from illegal activities. If you're not in one of those three categories, you're not going to make it. Either you got to sell some crack or read to darn gonna make it. You got to be popular and darn extroverted and know the connects, or you have to be born with money. But somebody who's just darn not born with it, whose little bit of savings I had to give up to for darn oncologist treatments left and right, gastroenterologist treatments, endocrinologist treatments, and everything else. And now I got to go to a darn trichologist, another darn specialized treatment. That's what I've been going through for the better part of the last 7 years of my damn life. One medical issue out of another. And it's like, I get one job where I just needed 6 months to get it together. And I could not even have that. I could not even be afforded 6 damn months. Like I said, I just don't know what I'm going to do at this point, y'all. I'm darn over it. I'm just venting. It's a shame to even admit this, but maybe hopefully someday I get over here. I can look back at this video and say this was my test. And now I'm here. But right now, I don't feel like there is any positive right now. Because right now, it looks like my days are numbered. Because it's like every day, I'm just waking up. And I'm not even living. I'm just surviving. I'm surviving. And my darn state of darn moral is my own detriment at this point. Because seeing what crack has done to so many people, including my own mother, I vowed never to, partake in that myself nor sell it. But then I look at the benefits of, well, you could have darn gone, you're selling it to people who are already going to get it. You'll make money tax free. You get yourself in the situation where you can invest in your business. You can get yourself out of here, and then when you become more successful, then you can darn gonna set up a fund for those addicts if they so choose. You can darn gonna repent by, and I'm not a Christian, but this is just for my moral mind, not Christianity. Fuck that Bible shit. I don't do the Bible, but just for my moral mind of my consciousness. Those addicts that I serve to, I could have darn gone got them in treatment programs. Even though I darn gonna somewhat contribute to the problem, but at least I will be more in a financial situation where I can help them out in addition to helping other people out as far as my craft, as far as, me being an esthetician, expanding on my license, becoming a laser technician, and setting up funds for darn gone addicts and setting up grant funds for darn gone struggling entrepreneurs. But it seems like you have to go and do something legal first to even darn gonna make that possible. And I just can't bring myself to do that. I can't bring myself to do it. I can't bring myself to prostitution. I can't bring myself to darn gonna do drugs. So now where we at? Because those two are off the table. Honey, trust me, don't think it ain't crossed my mind to do either one, but those two I have determined are off the table. I decided I'd rather kill myself first before those images of me. Just because it's working for everybody else, don't mean y'all gonna have me go like that. I'm gonna somehow come up with a way where honest, hard-working people can get back on top without having to sacrifice themselves more. I'm still in despite the fact that we have Donald Trump as a president, Melania as a first lady, I still somehow cling on to some shred of hope that somebody like me could somehow get out of this doggone hell that I'm in by doing it the right way, by just utilizing my education, that my resume will get me somewhere in the door. That way I can get the fuck away from negative people who try to turn around and sabotage you every turn, won't let you use the car, will come around and bitch and complain, will darn gonna have you up all night because you're too cheap to get the darn box in your room. I'm gonna let the darn cable go this month. I mean, y'all might not even see me because it's like I'm over it. I'm over it. It's like I don't see no way I can get out of this unless I take drastic measures. Because what I'm seeing is every day is going to be a pattern unless I break the cycle. I'm waking up to the same routine. Just a fake hello. Have you found something yet? But you ain't offered me the keys to darn gonna go out. You darn gonna take off every other day for work because of your crack habit, but you ain't darn going on your day offering me to go drive me to the interview somewhere. So yeah, I'm over it, y'all. It's like if anybody deserves to hit the lottery, why can't it be me? I don't need the Powerball. I don't need the Powerball. I don't need the Mega Million. Just give me the Cash 5 if y'all familiar with North Carolina darn lottery. It's like, hell, if I could just get $10,000 or something, I could darn stretch that out. Like I said, you had to be born with it, or you got to do something corrupt the darn gonna get. Ain't it? You got to be the dealer, the trafficker, or a porn star. And I'm not doing either one. And I don't think I should feel guilty by not having to succumb to those darn stresses. I don't have to succumb to that. Not judging anybody who has had done that. But I don't want to. And I don't feel I should. Because with my darn struggle and the fact that I put myself through school not once, but damn twice, I feel like, is it too hard to ask for me to just get a job, an honest darn job that I can put on a W-2 just to get me by the darn live? Is that too hard to ask? A job that's not $7.25 an hour? Because I can't get nowhere on a I can't get in any house in Fayetteville by myself on a salary of $7.25 an hour. That's not going to work with me. And that's not about me being selfish. That's just about the way the economy is set up. Matter of fact, let's break down what $7.25 an hour is, even if I'm blessed to get a 40-hour work week. Most fast food jobs are not even offering that. So that's $290 a week. Times that by 4. And that's $1,160 before taxes. Now I'm single, no dependents. In the state of North Carolina, our sales tax is 5%. And the federal tax rate for me will be about 12, so about 17. And why this motherfucker advertisement want to jump up on my goddamn screen right about now? Get the fuck on. So after taxes, I'm looking at $962.80. But since I got a car outside that I can't use, guess who has to darn on pay Uber to and from work? So now I got to factor in that I might have to pay as much as $20 a day to get to a job. So now let's subtract $400 a month. Yeah, I know, right? That's a darn on car payment right there. Only if I had the money to put down for a darn on deposit. It's like, hell, I can keep up on the car payment because just in Uber calls, that would be equivalent to me having to pay because I'm going to have to come out $400 since I can't just put $200 a month in that car. I had to darn on put $400 for the Uber. So in North Carolina, this is what I will make after expenses. Now y'all tell me. Now y'all Google search North Carolina and tell me where am I going to live on $562.80 a month after you factor in gas and taxes. We just broke down the numbers. I will make $1,160 before taxes, $900 some dollars after taxes, and once you subtract the Uber fees for me getting there on the from to and from the work, because certain jobs the bus ain't running. Because I'm willing to apply for anything at this point. And because I need to work. I want to work. I'm not trying to sit up here with a doggone bitch that's trying to keep me in the doggone state of depression where I would rather slit my wrist at this point than to deal with another day of you coming home and bitching and complaining and smoking your crack and they're gonna have TV up right here, the walls are thin. It's like you don't want to have one in your room. I'm to the point where I'm cutting the motherfucking cable off this month. Shit, fuck it. I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm changing this motherfucking shit. I'm getting out of here one way or the other. Even my doggone camera sick at me. It don't even want to refocus. There you go. But like I said, I'm over it. And like I said, $562.80. And the average rent around here at the lowest is maybe $600. So where am I going to live? By myself. Let it make sense. I need a job that's going to at least pay me $10 an hour or up. That way I can also do my aesthetics on the side. That's the only thing I wanted. I became an esthetician. I can't in darn gonna do aesthetics. I can't even do the one career field that I darn gonna dreamt of. You done took my hair from me, so I can't do what does a bald headed cosmetologist look like? So it's like I can't do hair. I'm not the one that darn gonna have a sew-in in my hair all day. So it's like I'm not about to fake it. No. So the cosmetology career was outside. Settle for aesthetics. And it's like now with the economy, you can't even give a service away in this town. So it's like, but I can't move from this town because it's like, bitch, I can't even find a job that would even darn gonna give me really minimum wage. If I do, it's like, hell, I'm giving half my check away just to get to the damn job. Where do I go from here? Other than hope that I somehow hit the damn lottery or just cut my wrist and end it all. That was the only two choices right now. Somehow I'm going to hit the lottery for at least $10,000 or I'm just gonna slit my wrist and darn gonna call it a day. Because staying here another month and then without no hope of any progression, I don't see that happening. I don't see me darn gonna survive for the next month. I really don't. And this ain't a pity party or nothing like that. So I don't want y'all to think that this video is for it. Because like I said, I'm so far over where I'm really about to check out. So this ain't no darn on. This is a gotcha video for no views or anything like that. I do not get paid on no YouTube or anything like that. Y'all don't see no monetization. Y'all don't see no PayPal or nothing down below. So I don't want nobody thinking that this is just a symphony video, because that's not what it is. It's really a darn meltdown. This is truly a darn a logical meltdown. I'm trying to keep myself darn still in a good state, but I feel myself slipping more and more by the day. I literally feel I keep trying to do videos to get out of it, but it's like, in spite of the politic videos and the celebrity talk videos to try to keep me up to date, that's not even working. The one thing, looking at y'all comments, the one thing that has been somewhat helping me stay afloat mentally, I feel myself slipping, and I feel like I'm about on the verge of no return. Because the stress of my life, like I said, with the sporadic crackhead cousin that always seems to pop up just as I plan on trying to do something to get out of here. Then the mother who's already trying to sabotage me, then nowhere to turn to. Is like, I'm over it. I'm over it. And like I said, only thing I would love before I would end it is like just to connect with relatives for the last time. It's like, I'm thinking maybe if I can just get around some positivity, it'll probably save me before I think of, just checking on out. That's basically where I'm at right now. It's like when I get off of here, I'm going to Google search if North Carolina is one of the states. I probably not, because we conservative still, but I'm thinking, with us having a Democrat governor, the restrictions might have loosened on, assisted suicide at this point. Like this is where I'm at with my life at 26. Is literally planning on how to peacefully darn gonna go without, dismantling my body. Like, I don't want to jump in front of traffic. I don't want to cause no accident with my death. I just want my death to be serene. I don't have no medication to take. So what can I do to possibly end it by being humane as possible? Nothing where I can survive and still be brain damaged. Like, I need a guaranteed way to transition on, and it'll be a way where I didn't damage nobody's car, and I didn't leave a bloody mess on somebody's darn rented apartment. Like, so a gun is out the question. Jumping in front of traffic is out the question. I don't take any medications like Percocets or something, so that's out the question. So it's like, unless I can get myself in a mental clarity space, I might darn gonna be following up in the next couple weeks with a darn gonna final goodbye video. Man, I enjoyed being on YouTube for these 7 years. I mean, I really have. I've enjoyed looking at all y'all comments. I did not picture me getting to a point in my life where I would probably be looking at one of my final videos on YouTube, but I think it's safe to say that my days are, like I say, my days are truly numbered, so we might as well be closing on out. Just know that I appreciate all y'all, the good, the bad, even the ones who give me the critiques, even the ones who threw the insults and everything else. I've enjoyed my time here, but unfortunately, due to what's going on in my life, I don't think I can keep up much longer. Like I said, when I'm darn waking up to darn turmoil and stress every day, I don't see me living the life that I want to live. I got to be cramped here just to be peaceful. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I don't want to continue figuring out how to make ends meet just to survive. This is not where I went to school twice for. This is not what I avoided a life of crime for. This is not what I avoided not doing drugs for. Just to doggone settle for a job that, if I'm lucky, might pay me $9 to $10 an hour. And then I'm not even getting the offers from that because I don't have the connections. Or the job is too far outside the bus limit, since, once again, can't use the car. So this is where we at right now. 26, and I'm going to have to Google search darn assisted suicide darn methods and see if we are able to do that in the state of North Carolina. This is where we at 26. Story of my life. Went from making $3,000 a week to maybe not even seeing that in 2 months. Went from a head full of hair to all my hair on the middle and fell out. Went from a promising aesthetic career to 2 hurricanes that are gonna fucking up the entire city. And like I said, never had the mother to begin with as far as, mentally. So it's like that's not much of a loss. Yeah, and once again, more of a hindrance than it is a support system. Like I said, maybe by the time we get to the end of the month, I might find myself in a better headspace and we can doggone change this for the better. But if not, this will probably be like my second or third to last video. No, I'm going to try to at least keep pushing it through the regular videos for the time being, and then hopefully we don't have to revisit this subject. I'm going to try my best, at least in the Andrew Yang series on out, the Marion Williamson videos. It's a shame that even in the wake of doggone end of my life, it's like I still feel obligated to doggone push out for y'all, because just the the support here is the only thing really driving me. It's the only thing driving my sanity. I really think without YouTube and without me being able to vent into a camera and see y'all responses in the comments, I think I would have been doggone lost it all. I think I would have been snapped. And then, unfortunately, I would be looked at as the doggone terrorist. Ain't that something? I doggone snap because of the doggone pressures put on to me by no doggone fault of my own. And then I would be quick to be labeled the doggone terrorist, even though in my most doggone psychotic state, I'm doggone not going to go out and doggone randomly kill nobody else because of what's going on in my life. But I'll be labeled a doggone troubled doggone youth upon my death. So I'm just making this video also to clear that up. That if when I decide to end this all, at least I doggone went out just ending my life. And I don't want no narratives being spent about me. I don't want this to be used as a way to prevent black people from owning guns by saying, see, she had a gun, she would have doggone shot her head. No, I wouldn't. So I don't want none of this video to be doggone misused as a way to doggone push a doggone Democratic agenda. While you still have white folks doggone who are in a more well-off economic situation than I am, who are not subject to doggone racial discrimination, who are able to get in jobs left and right, who are in upper middle class, out here doggone killing people for no apparent reason. Like I said, we are so backwards. And then they get arrested and doggone they're taken in without a scratch. But if I'm caught selling so much of cigarettes on the side of a street, even with the permission of the store owner, I can be subject to get choked to death. Like this ain't a world worth living in. Like I can't even. I thought about going to the sperm bank and saving, but it's like hell. I don't want no children at this point in this world. I don't even want to live in this world no more. That's how sad it's got. With all of what's going on in my life and with the grand scheme of things from the micro perspective of my personal life, with nobody to turn to, without darn gonna just living day to day, and then the macro sense, darn gonna looking at these darn gonna mass shootings left and right, and they darn gonna get a slight darn on handcuff on the wrist and darn gonna carefully get placed in a police car. But a black woman runs a red light, she gets slammed to the ground. Honey, I don't want to live in this darn on state no more. It's like, and I mean not the state, but I don't want to even be in this state of living. It's just going to be the continued situation. It's like unless there's a uprising amongst us, I don't see the point. And I do believe the meme and to be black and relatively conscious in America is to be in a state of anger and rage at all times. Because in addition to being depressed, I am in secret enraged on a daily basis to the point where I wish I did not know the stuff that I knew. I wish I could say that I wasn't as well read and I didn't even come across because it's like the see this it makes you not even want to live. Like, what's the point of getting up to live for if you don't have no family, you don't have no support system, you're darn gone, you're prone to darn gonna get killed if you so much as go 5 miles over the speed limit with my skin color. You get blacklisted if you have darn gone kinky hair. Like, really? What is there to live for in this? Unless there's going to be a uprising to darn going to tackle all these issues, unless we are serious as black people on holding these politicians accountable, and we're serious about our reparations and economic restitution, we're serious about darn on fighting back in unity and putting all these darn on secondary stuff aside, sexuality, gender identity, religion, politics, and we all collect together for the better of all of us. I don't want to even be in this darn turmoil and division no more. Look on YouTube and we still talking about colorism, texturism. Oh, I make $10,000 more than you. This, that, and the motherfucking third. This is the only thing I'm hearing from fellow black people. Oh, well, I make more money than you. I got the bag, this, that, and the third. Or then you got this side over here. I got the good hair. It's like, I don't want to be in this state no more. Ah, hell no. I'd rather check the fuck out permanently. All right, I'd rather check out. It's like, if this is the only thing we fixing to argue about, we can't even come to a darn on definitive amount on what reparations is for us. Then we wonder why we can't even darn on get the study of reparations off the flow. But meanwhile, everybody else seems to be getting their shit and stuff in line. I don't want to be here. I feel myself talking in circles. I done had to pause this camera for the umpteenth time to blow my nose. But like I said, on the micro level, this shit don't look good. In the macro sense, this don't look good for us collectively. We arguing about features, texture, skin color. I don't fuck with you because I'm Christian and you atheist. You trans and the Bible said this, but that same damn Bible says your darn on skin tone automatically makes you a cursed people. So I don't know why anybody black off that premise is even darn gonna quote any darn gonna thing about Bible scriptures. And then it's like if you darn gonna still see me as man, It's like, well, don't the darn on Bible says for the woman to be second to the darn on man and not speak out against men anyway. So it's like just by that you're darn on, and then you're wearing darn on pants and working a darn on a corporate job. It's like, doesn't it teach you about more so being a housewife and all that? It's like so many contradictions with the Bible. Then you got other folks putting darn on conditions on what it is black. And no shade to certain folk, because I know how they can be taken out of context to a certain somebody. So this ain't necessarily everybody, but I see people in general putting conditions on blackness, and it's like, if you're anything other than a hyper masculine male or super submissive, supportive black female in a monogamous straight relationship that is nothing but blackness, you have to denounce anybody else. You're not seen as a black for your community. So it's like anybody who's biracial, mixed, have native or white family members, who are of LGBT, uh, is pretty much ostracized. And it's like, with all this doggone division in our community, it's like I don't even see us being able to successfully overcome all that bullshit to even doggone think about forming a collective to doggone get our status back in America as far as being on equal playing ground. And for that reason, that's why I don't even look hopeful as far as life is concerned. And that's why I don't even feel what's the point of even living. It's like, hell, even your own black people, hell, I do but better off with white people than with black, to be honest with you. It's a shame, even within all this racism and with me being in the Bible Belt, would you believe that I do far more still with darn going being around white? That's why I can't even say that I can ever be a black first person, because it's like, well, hell, what has black has done for me? And before you go quote the Bible talking about, oh, you just need to give it over to Jesus, give faith, honey, darn gone, when does faith darn gonna come out and then anything? Once again, the same darn gone faith Bible also says your copper skin makes you inherently cursed. So why in the hell I'm turning it over? It's already said I'm darn gonna curse from the beginning. Then I'm supposed to darn gonna just, you know, like I said, it would be nice in a perfect world where your race will support you on a collective that we can overall be equal, and it wouldn't be no division or anything. We can darn gonna all unite to overcome this white supremacy, which is really, the ones who really hold the strings are the small numbers. They don't really make up the majority. But we so busy dividing all us up. Hell, we can't even think of teaming up against with Hispanics and natives and non-racist white people to really darn gonna form a collective to overtake the shit. Hell, we can't even darn gonna collect our own selves. And some of us are outright darn gonna oppose the darn going uniting forces with other groups who are supportive. Then you wonder why they don't come to your shit. Well, you don't see Asian people and Japanese and Native Americans at the Black Lives Matter stuff. Well, actually, they are there. You just never pay attention to it. You see what you want to see, but you wonder why they aren't there in more supportive numbers. But then again, anytime something happened to them, you darn gone, where you at? Like I said, we darn on so divided and corrupt and darn on, well, everybody's really out for themselves. Where we collectively darn on put our own selves still in a constant state of moral peril, and then just to have the knowledge of that makes you darn on live in a state of insanity every single day. That you know that every day you're waking up to the same cycle. You're gonna get a YouTube notification from people saying the same shit. It's the same thing. I'm not hearing nothing new. I'm hearing the same division. Oh, this, that, and the third. It would drive you insane. And even in the wakeness of me wanting to end it all, I still feel I have more sanity than some of these folks where I don't even want to be amongst the living with this. It's like to be alive and doggone have to experience this is like mental torture. I'd rather doggone go through a waterboarding experience than doggone this shit right here of just witnessing the doggone constant doggone degradation of my people. And then from the micro sense, I can't do nothing about it because I can't even get myself out of the doggone slums of the hood. So just to wake up knowing that there's literally no signs of hope, no doggone jobs willing to doggone say, okay, come on in and get this $10 an hour if you're willing to work for it. But we could go all day on this, but it's been far too long already. I done spent the whole hour just ranting and raving about my darn on depressing, sorrowful darn on life of how in the hell did I get here at 26. So if y'all stuck with me this long, I definitely, appreciate it. And I will see. I guess I will end it by saying I might see you with the next videos in the future. Like I said, at this point, I don't know the number, but if I do decide to go along with it, worst case scenario, I might just be coming back with the final video because right now I'm just not in a good headspace and I really don't see it getting any better, y'all. Got to plug in my darn on external darn on keyboard because even that don't even work on my lap. Ain't this some shit? But yeah, y'all, we'll see. We'll see. So y'all just keep me up in good for the ones who do pray, like I said, I don't, even though I don't foot with the Bible, unlike some of the darn on Christians, I don't, condemn people who do so. Y'all keep me up in faith or whatever. For the ones who, everybody else, just keep me in well wishes and hopefully something will turn around. I mean, shoot, right now it look like I need to go to a damn witch doctor to find out if I have some roots. So my darn on girl pie thought I was joking, but right now I'm serious. I really feel like some darn on root work has been put on me to be in this darn on state of darn on a slump. But I keep y'all updated with at least one or two more videos. So